Hello YouTube, my name is Joe. I'm a husband of one and a father of 5. I work as a high school shop teacher, and today I'm a homesteader. All right, so today we're talking about fence posts, and we are going to prepare some sassafras logs to be used as fence posts this season. Why? Mostly because I have them. If you circle around this whole homesteading world, a lot of times it's not about getting the cheapest. It's about doing something yourself and having the pride of doing it yourself. So that's the first reason why. The second reason is it is cost effective. Yeah, it takes me some work. It takes me a little bit of time, but once I figure out costs involved in purchasing the product, and then the cost involved in actually going there and retrieving the product, I am ahead. And the last one really circles back to the first one, is constantly using skills that have been handed down. So there's my justification. There's where we're going. So tool of choice is going to be a draw knife. I have several logs that I have fell. I'd be an absolute fool to show you guys how to use a chainsaw on YouTube. But I cut down a couple of trees. Had to pull them down with a tractor. With a canopy as tight as it is, they don't fall very easily. So I pulled them down, measured them out about 8 feet, sliced them up and hauled them out so that they're close to where I work. So now we're gonna skin them. Now this is just a regular old straight draw knife. This was my grandfather's draw knife. And what we're actually going to do here is we are going to keep the flat side facing me, and the bevel side I'm going to have going in towards the log. And the idea is that it's going to constantly bounce back my way instead of digging into the log itself. This is the perfect time of year. The water and juices are kind of going out to the leaves, and so it creates a real slick layer underneath that bark. So what we're going to do is I propped this up against a tree, and you can see that there is a very small branch up there. And I'm gonna prop that up against the tree. Mostly I do that to save my back, but the more you can keep the dirt off the log, the longer this stays sharp. Now I will say that these blades will get gummed up. I used a little piece of steel wool and some penetrating oil to kind of get that gum off. Some people would say use diesel fuel. And then I try to keep whetstone it in between logs, just to kind of make the job a little bit easier. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reach up, see if you're there. I reach up and I start to pull, and you can see that flesh kind of comes. You see that flesh comes out. We'll keep moving it around. That way you can see. So just like I'm moving you around and I keep moving you around, I keep moving around. Working this is very slick, gets a little slimy. It dries up pretty quickly. Once in a while I get stuck here and just went a little too deep. And the big reason we were pulling the bark off is as it dries, insects want to get underneath that bark layer. And so these actually will be going into a new pen for hogs. And this won't be built till later this summer, but I'm gonna allow this to dry, and then I'm gonna be able to kind of take half of it, and the goal is to put that into a fire and do, I can't pronounce it, but the technique where you kind of char the wood for preservation purposes. And so this is pretty much it. I will do as much as I can. Keep working my way around. And once I get low enough, then I can kneel and pull this down as far as I can. And so that's pretty much it. And then once it gets far enough, I have enough flesh kind of exposed, time to muscle, all right? So we just kind of bring it away from the tree, spin it around, right? That might be a nice thumbnail, huh? And then set it back up against the tree and repeat. And we'll do this, and then I will bring you back and kind of show you how we do the ends. So now I'm at that spot where I've been able to go all the way down. I flipped it all over. I'm gonna reach up once again as high as I can, because the more I can get this up in the air, the longer my back lasts. And so I'm gonna skin this, turn it, skin it again, lay it back down, and then I'm going to put it in the pile with the other logs. And then we'll come back and kind of take a look at some things and maybe some closing thoughts, right? And so I'm gonna finish this up. So often I make my videos either so that I remember how to do something, or I make that video so that perfect situation where someone's searching and they find it. Looking back, this was a traditional thing. Wooden fence post is not supposed to last forever. But really a steel fence post doesn't last forever either. Sustainable? Yeah. These sassafras trees are quick growing. They're usually newer trees to a young woodlot. They grow in areas that other trees don't. Usually sandy soil, but not always. But that log you watched probably took me, I'm guessing 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the most, moving the camera around to skin. I priced out earlier today, fence post was anywhere from like 10-ish all the way up to 25, depending on diameter. Yeah, they're treated, but I have a difficult time putting treated anything into my soil. Yeah, I did it with the barn. Yeah, I do it with other things. But if my food, hopefully this is a future hog crop, I want to make sure that I take care of it. So I did this 3 years ago with my hog pen, and every single one of those posts are very solid. They're pretty big diameter, which will also give me a little bit more time, but they're still pretty solid. So I hope this is helpful. I hope maybe inspiring. Probably not very entertaining, but that's kind of what you get. But yeah, I was pricing out debarking tools that you can attach to your chainsaw. Some you have to drill a hole and then you have to put a bigger chain on. Some are belt driven, you have to change out the clutch. And I just thought, you know, I've got 10 or 12 posts I'm planning on doing this year. I'm not buying a tool for that. If one of those companies reached out, yeah, maybe, but I don't think I want to adapt my chainsaw for 10 or 12 logs. So if you got a better method, point me in the right direction. But yeah, go look on your property. I'm sure you got sassafras everywhere. Pretty much a junk tree. They make beautiful lumber, but the firewood is very sparky. You open up that firebox and choo 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 choo. So I don't like sassafras in the firebox, but yeah. I hope you guys have a good Easter. We're about that time. We're finishing up spring break. So probably by the time you see this, I'll be back to the classroom. This sun was a nice break. So anyhow, I'm rambling. You guys have a great day. Bye now.